My first car crash was when I was 15 years old on my own street through a neighbor's fence, and with my brother in the car, and it was his car. I didn't have a license at the time, and I just walked 3 houses down and called my dad and said he needed to come home and take care of business, calmly as could be, just like it was as a matter of fact.
Let's go!
My name's Mike Burke, co-owner and co-founder of Drivers East. I just watched a lot of the car chases and car crashes and everything to do with cars, and that interested me. And to lead the Drivers East, I went through all different kinds of schools throughout the country, racing, autocrosses, done demolition derbies, and decided it was time that I could start one myself. And Drivers East started in 2003.
Roy Farfel, co-owner of Drivers East. Well, as soon as cars were invented, horseless carriage, black and white film was around. There was a crazy stuntman crashing cars. Drivers East was formed out of a necessity. Several reasons. One, that we needed to teach people on the East Coast how to drive. Second, there wasn't any place to do it. And we were running into a lot of roadblocks. We were going out in back parking lots, industrial areas, driving recklessly, according to the public's eyes or police, but we really were training other stunt people how to drive. So we formed it having a safe, controlled environment, the proper insurance and approvals through the state. And that's the best way to teach. It's hours upon hours, not interrupted by who's watching you and running from the police. I came from a motocross background, and basically like a thrill seeker growing up. Learned all my driving skills on my own, and I honed my skills with other stuntmen. Whereas Mike came from a racing background and road racing, that kind of schooling that way, and we merged our two techniques together. But Mike and I still continue to go to school throughout the United States, and we gather as much information as we can, and we try to pass that along to our students. Typical day, it goes from our early morning introductions to a process of adding things on to each little lesson. It's kind of like the Fred Astaire school of dance. You can't learn to be a ballroom dancer without learning some of the basic steps. So,
how's everybody still? Good? All right. So tomorrow, just your rest, because tomorrow what we're doing is we're going to do.
And you tend to get overload by the end of the day one, because we've added so much on. So it's good for somebody to go home, rest up, digest it, come back for day 2, and then we continue to add on to it. So by the end of day 2, they really know how to handle a car well.
We use mostly retired police vehicles just because they're built a little tougher and stronger, and they can take a better beating, because as you've seen, we pretty much punish them.
They're made for the abuse. They have heavy-duty swing arms, sway bars, springs, hoses. Their packages are a lot better than the average daily driver that you would receive through a dealership. We're in the Screen Actors Guild just like any other actor. We're kind of like the unsung heroes behind the scenes, and we take the beating, and the star kind of takes his bow at the end of the day, and that's okay with us.
On the lower budget, usually there's not a lot of wasted time. We try to get it and do it, and on bigger budgets, things just kind of get away and run away.
If they can't afford to make it safe, then we usually walk away from it. Stunts are expensive. It's not cheap. You're risking your life each time you do one.
There's different driver suits with different fire ratings and protection. As far as padding, depending on what you're going to do for your knees and your elbows. You have different helmets. There's a thing called a Hans device that protects your neck, so you hopefully don't break your neck. And then different styles of seats protect race car drivers and things like that, how they're fitted. There's different companies that fit the exact person for the seat. This way they're in there supported well and, correctly.
DOM tubing is a thick walled tubing, NASCAR spec walled tubing. We weld everything according to their specs. We use the latest seat belts, anti-stretch seat belts.
Well, depending on what the stunt is, that's what you'll need to do. I mean, if we're just going to be doing some skids and mild chases and things like that without any crashes, you just want to set up the brakes and the tires and tie things down and make sure things are safe and have a set of belts in there. For something like a flip or a crash, you'd want to get the car reinforced, put a cage in it, get a special seat, things of that nature.
We hold classes when we have 4 or more deposits. It's on a first come, first serve. It works around our film schedule because we are professional stuntmen, so we teach in conjunction with working in the film business.
Really only requirements are that you're 18 years of age, have a valid driver's license, you're alcohol and substance free, and you have the ability to follow and take direction. That's probably very important. After that, anybody can apply.
The people come to us. We don't solicit them. Most of it's word of mouth through the film industry, but we do have a website. And of course that's, international. And we've had people call from all over the world.
We've had, a lot of stunt people, of course, race car drivers, an ice cream truck driver, pilots, police, firemen. We've had people do it for 60th birthday presents. We've had every walk of life through here, and it's been really fun. And I think everybody that's been here really enjoyed themselves.
At that point, when you're getting ready to go, you're so focused, you're so strapped in, you got your mouthpiece, your Hans device, everything, your thumbs outside of the wheel so you don't break your thumbs. And you're so focused at that time that you go into a different state of mind. I don't know how to explain it, but you actually get a calmness over you. And all you can focus on hitting your mark. There's only a little, like 10 inches that you have to hit this pipe ramp. So when they say action, it's just bury the gas, get around the condors, hit the bumps, hit your marks, look for your pipe ramp, and keep the foot buried to it until you hit it. Once you hit it and it kicks over, you're watching, but at that point, you're a passenger. You hold on, you tuck in, get your chin to your chest, and count the bounces as you're tumbling down the road, and you're just praying that everything comes out okay. So it's wild. It's a wild ride.